everybody, I hope that you're all doing well. The way that this reading is going to work is that we will see who the first zodiac sign is that comes out, and that's who the reading will be for. If there's no zodiac sign that comes out, then this will just be a collective reading. I'm using the Light Seers Tarot for this. All right, we're starting off with Judgment. And Queen of Cups. This is about breaking something down on the emotional front. Okay, we have Judgment, we have Queen of Cups, we have Seven of Pentacles, and we also have Four of Pentacles. I see something that you've been taking care of with Seven of Pentacles and Four of Pentacles. This feels like something that you're very focused on right now, that you can be just in general feeling protective over. With that Four of Pentacles, it can be like, I want to keep this thing close, and this is something that you have going on right now. We're also looking at an Ace of Swords too, so I wonder if by keeping something close to you, there can be something that you're realizing. I'm seeing that how these two are similar with one another. This feels like an act of keeping whatever this thing is close to you. And then that mirroring on the next card can be a realization that's coming from that. Maybe by you like protecting something or even keeping it contained right now, there can be like something that's going on here, but you can also be in the same way keeping it to yourself. This would be something that you care about a whole lot, having Queen of Cups there. And there can be themes of nurturing. There can be themes of connection. I'm also hearing simplifying. So maybe to not make things more complicated. But yeah, you can even know something now. Be aware of something. This reading is going to be for Pisces. Pisces is the first zodiac that's out in the reading. See something big that's coming about for you right now, but because of everything being behind the moon, this looks like you're going through something where you can be feeling a lot of pressure. You can be feeling something really intensely, feeling something deeply. You can be having some sort of very intense, visceral experience. But this looks like, I mean, with Pluto and also Pisces here, this can be something that's like deep behind the scenes that you're going through right now. And it can feel like a lot for you to carry and to deal with and to be experiencing right now, while keeping your head above water, while also being present to the experience. Not that you could even separate yourself in the first place, but it can be kind of like a cross to bear, maybe, is the way that this is feeling to you. I see a lot of stuff where you can be doing a lot of the like going within yourself. You can be uncovering stuff having to do with like your programming and like automated responses to things, even having Pluto and having Pisces, because Pluto is going to be connected with dissecting things and digging things up to really like analyze things and to see the whole thing. Like we want to get to the root of it, and then having Pisces be connected with it. This can be all the stuff that's going on behind the scenes, unseen places within you. It can be unconscious stuff that you're doing. It can be stuff with your psyche that you're doing. It can be stuff with your spirit and your emotions that you're doing. So it's the stuff, you know, Pisces is connected with all of the things that are not like tangible 3D stuff, like material things, but it is connected with stuff that ends up manifesting as symptoms or outcomes or products based off of something that's going on spiritually. So there can be stuff that you're doing where it's like mind work that's being done here. And I think also with Pisces too, there's always this theme that comes up that has to do with figuring out the separation between your energy and other people's energy, kind of what's been impressed upon you, what people try to like force upon you. I want you to be like this or do that, or I'm experiencing this emotionally, and then you take that on as well. Pisces is connected with the absorption of things, but having Pluto there can be a freeing of that or a liberating of that that's happening. So it can be like a lot of heavy emotional, spiritual, like really whatever you want to call it, heavy inner work that's being done right now that's associated with liberating yourself from things that have maybe been put on you that you do not want to carry anymore, and you're recognizing isn't even your energy to begin with. But it is your energy when you agree to take other people's energies on. So this can be a time of separating between like what's yours and also what's others, and seeing the moon and then seeing that be connected with Ace of Swords. It can be really a time of clarity for you, where because of this work that you're doing, it can give more power to the things that you want to put your energy into, Seven of Pentacles and the Sun. And it can be a time when you feel like on the inner front, you are advancing. Spiritually, you're advancing. Psychologically, you're advancing. Emotionally, you're advancing. And this can be a practice that maybe is very contained right now. I see something about this not being like exposed maybe outwardly, but that can also be a part of this too, where if you're doing work that's associated with not taking on outer energy, maybe that's part of the reason why you're kind of contained. Maybe you feel like you're contained in some type of cocoon or bubble or like protective barrier while you're doing this, so it's not disruptive to what you have going on and what you have growing and flowing within your life right now. And it can be making it easier to connect with your sense of self. That can be something too, where you can like maybe see yourself more clearly within the energy. It's not just like it's kind of like if you're in a room, Pisces energy, if you're in a room with other people, sometimes it can be very difficult to define your own energy that's like individual to you, because of all the impressions that you get from other people. So it can be like your self-image can be dependent when you're around other people on what's going on with them, and then what you're reflecting back to them, and where they're trying to kind of like put you, because the sign of Pisces, it includes everything. But when we have the healthy ego, this is about the limitations on everything. So instead of us within this lifetime being everything in a given moment, you're connected with like the body that you're in right now, with like the eye color that you have, and the birth chart that you have, and the like family or community that you're connected with. You know, these are all things that are like concentrated forms of energy that are connected with the healthy ego, we can call it. So coming back to this place of when you're surrounded by other people, there can be a lot of stuff going on where you can have a difficult time kind of defining yourself. And it's not even in a conscious way. It can be because of being so flexible and fluid and able to move however within the energy, that until you get alone and until you purge everybody else's energies, expectations, like things that they're trying to put on you, it can be difficult to feel your energy fully and completely without all of the projections, that's the word I'm looking for, without all of the projections from other people. So right now feels like a moment where you can be having a breakthrough, where you feel like you're completely immersed within your own energy and you're not taking on other people's projections. Maybe this is some type of process that you've been in. But it can also be something that feels difficult to do because in a way, because you can be so open and porous, it can feel like something that happens so naturally to try to expel the projections of other people. It can feel like a really difficult thing to do because you so naturally take on other people's energies. And I'm talking even in a way of like you pass somebody by on the street and then you're like in a mood for some reason and it's because you absorb their energy, like this level of things, you know? Is like somebody's about to call you and you start getting some thoughts in your head and it's like totally a projection from the other person's energy, you know? It's like not even yours. So I feel like it's at this like very fine-tuned level of things that you can be doing this process right now, deeply energetic process, kind of coming back to yourself in order to see yourself clearly within whatever space you're in. So it can be about like what you want and what you like, and also if like somebody tries to put something on you, understanding that you can stand in a space and be like, that doesn't resonate with me, or like that is a projection, you know? I don't have to internalize that nor identify with that, especially when there's unease with doing that. So that can also be something that you're recognizing too. This also looks like maybe a defining moment having to do with what really resonates with you. And I'm seeing this Ace of Swords be connected with Six of Cups. When the Six of Cups came out, it felt like a 10 of Cups to me. And 10 of Cups is about the sustainable things that are connected with joy and with peace within your life. But because it's a Six of Cups, this can be connected a lot with relationships and about expectations. But I think knowing the difference between the expectations that you have for yourself and how you would really like to be showing up in a way that is supportive of what resonates with you versus being in a place with other people and then kind of whatever they're asking of you or whatever they're projecting onto you, feeling like you have to take that on and that's what you need to do, and then you're getting sick over it, you know? Because that's also the thing with Pisces too, is that it's this energy of like wanting to meet other people's expectations and like, no, it's fine, I can do it, and like bending over backwards for other people, and then forgetting to check in with yourself about whether or not that feels like really aligned and whether or not that's really resonating with your own core. Maybe things resonate with other people's cores, but it may not resonate with your own core. But I think when we're around other people or the influence of other things, because it doesn't just have to be other people, we can take on other people's energy, feel like it's our own, and then be doing things that it doesn't even resonate with us. And again, then you can be feeling sick over it, you know, even if it's just little aches and pains. I think that Pisces is one of the quickest signs where if something is going on that is out of alignment, you will feel it physically. Just my 2 cents. And I speak on that as a person that I have a whole lot of Pisces in my chart. So I really think that there is coming a time where there can be stuff that's changing for you, and I think this can be about like spiritual hygiene and energetic hygiene that's connected with your story, how you're doing things, and then also the kind of Six of Cups can be these agreements that we get in with other people, these relationships that we get in with things and people, and also about the experiences really that we enjoy and that we want to be having too. So this can be something as well where you're like getting a more clear idea of what types of exchanges you want to have that lead to a feeling of enjoyment or safety or peace or reciprocity overall, where there's the equality within that and you're not just being taken from on the energetic front, which we can only be taken from when we're allowing that to happen. So this is something too, but we have to understand our own energy to recognize the difference between like, do I really want to be doing this, or do I feel like I should because I'm taking on the projection of this person that wants me to do this so badly, and then thinking that's me, you know? So there can be an analysis of your relationships that happens to be included in the process that you're moving through right now, and understanding things that you have to dive in and really dissect in order to see these things clearly. And that yes, this can be a mark of progress that you've been making, and that can feel good for you, and it can also feel like it's still heavy, because there can be this feeling with Ten of Wands and Four of Pentacles, like you can't be maybe as open as you'd like to be yet at this point. It can be something where it's kind of like if you are not, if you feel like the muscle that is the shield to kind of like protect you energetically is not at 100%, you still need to be mindful of what you're getting entangled within. And so right now it can feel like there's an awareness of that, and so it can determine maybe where you're showing up and what you're doing, and you can maybe feel like you can't go everywhere and do everything right now because you're still working on these boundaries. I think that's also a big one too here with this. So right now you may be more boundaried than you like to be, but it can be because this is something that you're figuring out how to do right now. But this isn't just a like, I'm closed off and my heart is shut down. I'm seeing your heart be very open. Just seems like there can be a lot of boundaries right now as you're like learning more about this and connecting more with your own energy. And I think too, it's like, if your energy is always mixed up with other people's, how are you ever gonna get like the feel or the scent for your own energy? We're not really gonna know. So sometimes it takes us in ways like isolating our energy or doing that separation so we can really tune into that to be able to recognize like what's yours versus what's not, at least like here within 3D. So it can be teaching you better how to have like actual healthy relational dynamics that are, it goes back and forth and there's an equilibrium within the relationship rather than it being too much or too little, out of balance. But yeah, right now maybe you're doing something where you are holding you can be holding your energy back right now. But only, it's not from the situations that feel like they are aligned. When you find yourself, and this is something that can change by the minute, you know? Sometimes you have a dynamic that's working, then maybe tomorrow something's going on where the person is showing up in a different energy and you have to make those adjustments. So this can also be something too. You know, it can be down to like the fine print adjustments of things. So I think that what is coming with this is a level of discernment. But yeah, it can be something where it's like, it may feel unnatural for you to be doing this in certain ways, or abnormal for you to be doing things in certain ways, because I feel like you're kind of like in a way reprogramming yourself here. All right, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting and tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.